With tax season rapidly approaching, it only makes sense to bring up my favorite equality payment targeting Canadian fathers. So what is the father's tax, you ask? Well, to understand what it is, we've got a little bit of ground to cover. For my out-of-country friends, Canadian politics is fought for by three parties: the New Democratic Party, the Conservatives, and the Liberal Party, all of which understand and cater to the majority vote, which of course is women. Back in the early 1990s, our child support system was designed in a way that allowed for the child custody recipient to stay at a level 10% higher than the payer, which in the huge majority of cases was the man. Studies at the time showed that women actually felt they had a higher standard of living than their male counterparts and were quite satisfied with the deal. But somebody else wasn't satisfied. The feminists began to cry, the payments are too low, 10% above men is just not enough. The Department of Justice then showed them a study where top economists determined the average cost of children ranged from $1,057 to $6,644, depending on their age and the family income. Well, that just won't do, said the feminists, and they demanded a new study. So they got one, the Statistics Canada Subjective Estimate, or the 40-30. An incredibly simple formula that could decide what's right for everybody. The child is valued at 40% of the cost of an adult, and each thereafter was worth 30. It didn't matter that the stats were inaccurate or assumed that the mother and father had the same costs and needs. It was exactly what the feminists had ordered. But that wasn't enough, the feminists would say. We're getting taxed on child support payments still. What is this, Saudi Arabia, they would wonder. And then they complained some more until Paul Martin said, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just give the feminists everything they want, and then women will give us the majority vote? Paul Martin knew exactly who had the control. The feminists said patriarchy 3 more times, and then bam! The Liberal government said, all right, we'll use your shitty statistics and raise child support. And then they also said, don't worry about the tax burden. The men will take care of that too. So from that day forth, a man making $50,000 would pay $8,916, and unless he's able to see his kids 40% of the time, not 39, not 38, but 40% of the time, he got the extra father's tax of $2,942. He would then proceed to lose over $5,000 a year in taxable benefits because as far as the government is concerned, he has no children. That's right, no child expenses, just a single guy making lots of money, enjoying the patriarchy. And about that $50,000, with our 42% tax rate, which would actually be higher for a non-custodial father, his take-home pay would be worth less than $17,000. But the government still values him at $50,000. Social benefits, legal assistance, tax credits, forget about it because you're making 50 G's, man. Meanwhile, over in oppression land, she gets to enjoy her tax-free child support, the tax-free childcare benefits, additional tax rate eligibility, social assistance, sales tax rebates, and top of it all, she'll get a free paid-for lawyer to make sure she never loses this sweetheart deal. In our new feminist utopia, the mother has the choice of working or staying at home and collecting money, while the father's only option is work, be forever labeled a deadbeat dad, or death. It should be no surprise that many fathers choose death over living in poverty while simultaneously being condemned by society. While men were already killing themselves in numbers, the feminist solution brought the average monthly payments up 8% and placed the entire tax consequences on the father, while simultaneously excluding him from the tax-funded programs. This, my friends, is what feminism looks like. For even more fun, watch what these feminists do when somebody tries to help these guys out, even when using their own private funding.